Hello, I'm DeDe, and I'm here in beautiful Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. I'm glad you're here with me. We're going to do 30 minutes of flexibility and balance, with an emphasis on the flexibility. Here's what you'll need. Some space around you to move your arms and legs freely. Something to steady yourself on if you think you might need it. I'm going to use a wall, but you could also use the back of a sturdy chair or a countertop. You'll need some athletic shoes, and then you'll also need some water for hydration. It's important to hydrate before, during, after one of our sessions. Do what you can, always move at your own pace, and let's get started. So here we are with our feet underneath our hips. Your feet are even and straight. Now your knees are unlocked, and your pelvis is neutral all the way around. Stand up straight and tall so your shoulders are over your hips and your ears are over your shoulders. Now we'll bring the arms down to the sides and let them hang long and straight. We'll breathe in and out continuously without holding the breath. Make sure you do that. Now let's roll the shoulders, right and left. Make it a little bigger. You can bend your elbow a little bit so the thumb is up. A little bit bigger. Up and around. Up and around. Now let's roll both shoulders. Same time. Arms are down. 3, 4, and again. Up and around. 3, 4. 2 more. That feels good. One more time. Now we'll roll through our feet right and left. Circle around. Circle around. So we're already training balance a little bit because we're taking away some of the support from one of our feet, and we're circling the ankle. How about 2 more? Now let's do some heel pumps. So one heel is up, the other heel is up. 1, 2. Now this becomes a march. Right, left, right, left. Arms are moving. See if you can lift your knees a little higher. Breathe deeply. Even higher now if you can. It's getting a little blood circulating through the body, a little more rapidly circulating. Increasing our temperature, increasing our respiration rate, increasing our heart rate a little bit. Now your feet touch down and we go up and down on the tiptoes, up and down. So I have actual waves on one side of me, and this song is called Day at the Beach, so I have waves on the soundtrack as well. All right, let's reach the arms out and in. Up and down. Now stay down with your heels, arms up and down. Do you need your elbows to be more bent? That's okay if you need that. Now we'll tap the right toes out to the side and then left. Out, in, out, in. Well, I feel my body temperature coming up. How about you? The working muscles, making us warmer. Reach out a little further, bending your standing leg a little bit more. Out, in, out, in. All right, now we step the feet out wide, and we twist and twist. Now notice the foot I'm twisting away from, we're coming up on the tiptoes of that foot. Unloading that foot as we twist. Now let's step side to side. So we go right and left, right and left. Pull your arms back, bend your knees, and sit lower. Now we separate the feet and we reach up and up, and we point the toe, point the toe. Feel the stretch through the side of your body. Now let's bring everything back in and we'll tap the heels forward. So we go left, right, left, right. Arms go forward, heel goes forward. Tap, tap, tap. Now let's try tapping back with the same sort of rhythm. So we go back and forward. Start slow. And then the arms go back too, with the palms facing back. Try that. Now let's go a little faster. Back, back, back. Eight more. 7, 4, 3, 2. Now let's stop. Separate your feet about the width of your shoulder joints. Turn your toes out a little bit. Now let's start to sit back and down, and then we'll stand up. Go again. Back and down, and then up. So can you go back and down a little further with your hips? Further back and down. Keeping your entire torso braced and strong. Let me show you from the side. You stay where you are. I'm just going to turn. Back and down. Standing up. Now let's add tiptoes on one side. So we go down. How about right side first? Tiptoes. Down. Tiptoes. Do you need to hold on to do this? Feel free to do that. Let's try going a little faster. Down, toes, down, toes. Now how about on the tiptoe side, we reach the arm up. Try it. Down, arm. Down, arm. Remember, you're pushing your hips back, so your knees don't go very far forward. For you to come down, your hips sit back toward whatever's behind you. Keep going, but next time, let's do both arms. Down, up, down, up. Four more. One more. Now we step the feet in, step them in, and then we tap out right, and we tap out left. So we're working a lot in this plane of motion, which is called the frontal plane. Here's why. Because typically, if we start to lose our balance, we start to fall, which we don't want to do, but if we do happen to find ourselves in that situation, being able to move out to the side quickly will help to keep a fall from happening. So it's a good thing to train in this frontal plane. Can we shift the weight? Like as if we were starting to lose our balance, but then we recover, which is what we always want to happen if we do start to lose our balance, right? So we started by just tapping, but now we're shifting the weight out and back in. Now let's see if we can stay with the same tempo, but shift out a little quicker. Shift out, stand, shift out, stand. And we're shifting out and we're lowering our center of gravity as we do it. So hands on the legs, out, in, out, in. Three more. One more. All right, come on up. Shake out your arms and legs. How did you do with that? You feel pretty good? I'm going to turn sideways. If you want to turn sideways, you're allowed to do that as well. I may want to hold on to my wall, and you may want to have whatever you're holding on to right next to you as well. Starting with the right leg now, we're stepping back and forward into a lunge. All right, holding on it first if you need to. Step back and down and up. Back and down and up. I just want to bring your attention to the fact that we're bending both of our knees and that our torso is still pretty upright. Two more. Let's switch to the other leg now. Back and down and up. And if you don't need to hold on, then feel free not. Holding on is an option. Back and down. Two more. And then switch, right leg again. Drop, lift. Now this time, if you can, come up on the tiptoe of the foot that's stepping back and stepping forward. Just the tiptoe lightly. Two more. And then we'll switch. Down, toe. So when you land, you're on your toes. But when you're here, you're on the very tip of your shoe. So it's even lighter. 4, 3, 2. Now stop. Face me, let's march. Right, left, right, left. March out wide. Shifting the weight, lifting the knees up. Last 4, 3, 2, step your feet in. Now up on the tiptoes, hold there. You need to hold on? It's okay if you do. And then down, do it one more time. Long hold at the top with your tiptoes. Keep your eyes on a stationary point, maybe above the screen, below the screen, and then come on down. Shake everything out. Okay, we have one more thing here. It's in the sagittal or front to back plane. And it's a heel forward. Heel and heel. Try it with me. 1 and 2. I'll show you from the side. 1 and 2. So you're flexing your foot. That means your heel is touching down. That means we're taking away some of our base of support, and that helps us with balance. Let's go faster now. Heel, heel, heel. Scoop your arms back. Pull. Like you're paddling through water. Pull, pull. Now hands on your hips or hold on with one hand, knee lift. Right, left, right, left. So being strong here helps us be better at climbing stairs, better at hiking, maybe better walking. Let's take opposite arm forward now. How are you doing? You're still breathing, regular breathing, and not holding your breath. Now how about lift your knee up and hold right here. Hold. Stay steady. And then switch. Knee up and hold. And switch. One more. All right, go back to shaking out. All right, now we'll do something that looks like some of the work we were just doing, but it's more for flexibility. So I'm going to turn sideways again. You can feel free to do that or keep facing me. Stand up tall, then take your right leg back and come on down. Both knees are bent. Now we're going to work on stretching the front of this hip right here. We're doing some pelvic rocking now. Rock. Rock. So you can see the angle that's happening here. I'm twisting this way and going back. Now tuck your pelvis forward and hold. Stay there. Can you feel that stretch right around here, right around your hip flexor? Now let's come up and we'll turn the other way. Make sure that your feet are on a railroad track and not on a tightrope. Come on down. Here's the pelvic rocking now. Rock forward and back. Now rock forward and hold. Stay here. Are your ears still over your shoulders? Shoulders over your hips? All right, let's come up and face forward. Step in. Take your right heel forward, dig your heel in, and then push your tailbone back. So this supporting knee stays in line with the center of the foot. Then we'll take both hands onto that supporting leg. Now as you push your heel down, draw your tailbone back until you feel a nice stretch in the back of your right leg. And then pull your chin in and keep your spine and your torso all in one straight line, including your neck. All right, and then we'll come up. Now we'll reverse that. So take your hands over to the other side. Your other heel is forward, pulling your hips back. Shoulders away from ears. I can feel contraction in my shin from pulling the toes up. Can you feel that? And then also stretch down the back of my leg. I hope you feel that too. All right, let's come on up. Roll your shoulders back and down a couple times. All right, let's step the feet out wide. This time we're wider than the shoulders. Earlier we were in line with the shoulders. Turn your toes out. And here's why we're so wide. We're going to lunge over to one side. Let's go right. Knee is in line with the ankle. And then we'll tilt the pelvis this way so you feel more stretch in your inner thigh. Do you feel that? And we'll stay here. So we're working on this right side. We're stretching on this left side. Steady yourself if you need to. Let's take it over to the other side now. Position your feet so your ankles are comfortable and so your knee lines up with the center of your foot. And then tilt your pelvis, in this case, to the left. And feel how that lengthens the inner thigh. If this is too extreme for you, bring your feet in a little more narrow. That's okay. I want it to feel right for you. And then let's come back to the center. Slide your feet in closer. Cross your left foot over the front of your right shin. Both feet are down, but your right foot is much heavier than your left foot. So your right foot is the back foot. Now left hand here, right arm up and over. Press your hips to the right and feel that wonderful stretch. I can feel it all the way down the right side of your body. How about you? You feel it? All the way down. Let's switch. Come on up. Cross over. Square your hips to the front. Push your hips out this way. This time it's our left foot that's heavier. Reach up and over. Looking forward is fine. You can also look down if that feels better. Maybe that's more helpful for your balance. Remember, we're emphasizing flexibility today, but this is still a little bit of balance too. And then we'll come up. Take your feet underneath your hips, turn your palms forward, and draw your arms back. Feel that stretch through your chest, the fronts of your shoulders. Breathe into the parts that are stretching. All right, now for this next one, relax your arms. I'm going to turn sideways again. Right foot back. Press your heel down behind you. And then to adjust the calf stretch, bend your front knee more or less. Keep your heel down and back. Now remember the stretch that we just did this one? We'll do this one, but with the arms a little higher. Stay here. You can look up if you're comfortable doing that. Do you still feel the calf stretch? If you're not feeling it so much, bend your front knee a little more and keep your heel down in the back. And then release and turn the other way. Take your time. Stay on your railroad track with your feet. Heel down, knee bending. This time we'll do the goalpost arms. Same idea, slightly different stretch. Do you feel this in your low back? If you do, don't arch your low back quite so much. Think about dropping your tailbone down a little more if you're feeling it too much in your low back. All right, and let's release that. Now we bring the feet once again under the shoulders. Soften the knees. Take your right hand on your hip and your left arm goes up and over. Now this time, if we're able to, we'll turn the hand in and we'll try to straighten the arm. If that's not working for you, stay right here instead. Feel the stretch from where your arm connects to your torso down into your waist. And let's change sides. Remember, this straight arm is the option. Here's the other. Looking down, if that's better, looking forward, maybe looking up. All right, and then let's come up. Now, once again, we're going to twist, so come up on your trailing toes as you twist. And then you'll need to hold on to something to steady yourself. Probably. That's your option. Holding on if you need to. Crossing ankle over ankle, sitting back. Crossing knee over knee, sitting back. Or crossing ankle over knee and sitting back. You'll feel this stretch in the outer portion of the hip of the crossed over leg. Stay here. You're steadying yourself if you need to. Make sure you're pushing your hips back as far as you can. Now let's come up and we'll switch sides. I turned. You don't have to turn. Ankle over ankle, knee over knee, or ankle over knee. Now, if you don't need to hold on, you can put your hands on your folded leg. Your neck is one continuous line with your spine. And then we'll stand up, and both feet are on the floor. Feet underneath the hips. Let's turn, and then we'll stay here. So take both hands on one hip, look over the shoulder on that side, and make sure you're not turning your hips. Keep your hips fairly square. Turn from the waist up. If you're turning your neck too far, you're going to feel lots of tension there. So only turn as far as you can without too much tension. And then we come back to the center and we go to the other side. Keep your knees soft. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we'll come back to the center and roll the shoulders. Now, one more stretch for which you may want to steady yourself on your chair or countertop or wall. Take one foot back, let's say the right foot. Toes touch down, tuck the pelvis forward. Or just bend your right knee and tuck the pelvis forward. Or if you can, hold on to your ankle and tuck the pelvis forward. So this is a stretch for the front of our thigh on the leg that's behind us. If you don't need to hold on, your arm is just down at your side. And then let's release that and we'll switch. Maybe you turn with me. Foot back, leg bent, or leg bent and holding on to your ankle. I really feel that in the front of my thigh. Do you feel it? And then let's release both feet down. Roll your shoulders. Bring your feet underneath your hips. Let's go back to that upright tall position. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over ankles. And then ear to shoulder on one side. Oh, feel that wonderful stretch in the opposite side of your neck. It's one of my favorite stretches. And the one that I should probably do more often. And then switch. And then bring your head back to center. Once again, roll your shoulders up, around, back and down. So how do you feel now? We did a little bit of balance and a lot of flexibility today. I hope that made you feel good in your body. So thank you for being here with me in beautiful Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. But more importantly, thank yourself for being here and taking some time just for you. I'll see you next time.